Hello guys and welcome to Python programming tutorials by Amul's Academy. Today in this tutorial we are discussing about how to print stars in alphabetical C shape. So first we'll see the requirements. If you already watched my previous two tutorials, that is how to print stars in alphabetical A shape and B shape, then you must be knowing we need two for loops to print the stars in the rows and columns. That is, in the output we can see different rows and columns, right? So we need to write the stars in the different row and column. For that we are using two for loop. One is for row and another one is for column. And second, we are using if else statements. That is, we need a condition to print stars in particular pattern. For that we are using if else conditional statements, and we are using logical and logical or operators. And in logical and, if both the inputs are true, then only output will be true, otherwise it is false. In the logical or, if both the input is false, then only output is false, otherwise it is true. Okay, alright, we'll begin with the code now. So here I'll start from the for loop. So for row in range 7, for here in the output we can see row and column, and here there are 7 rows are there and 5 columns are there. That's why I used range 7 and range 5. That means it will take range from 0 to 7 and 0 to 5. Okay, and here this row and columns are variables. So now inside this for loop I'll use if conditional statement, and here we need to mention the condition to print star. So here we can see in which row and column stars are present. Here we can see the column 0, it contains stars. So I'll check whether column is equal to 0, then I want star. Okay, so next I'll mention another condition. That's why I mentioned or here. If this condition or another condition, any one of the condition is true, it will print star. Okay, so or, and here column part is done. Now we'll see the row, and in the row 0 and 6 we can see the stars, right? So we need to mention row 0 and 6. I'll mention like this. I'll check whether row is equal to 0 or row is equal to 6. Okay, both the condition I want star, but at that time I'll check column should be greater than 0, and I'll put them together. Here in the if there are two conditions, and one is this and another is this, and these two are separated by the logical or. As I said, in the logical or, if both the inputs are false, then only output is false, otherwise it is true. So here if any one of the condition is true or both the condition is true, then it will print star. Okay, here first we'll check whether column is equal to 0. That means that is the condition for to print star here. So this condition will print the stars in the column 0. Now we need to concentrate on these remaining stars, right? So I'll check whether row is equal to 0 or row equal to 6, but at that time column should be greater than 0. Okay, I hope you understood the condition. Next, if it is true, then I want to print star. So here I'll mention star, comma, end should be equal to empty string. Okay, in the syntax of print, end string is also present, and the default value of end string is /n. But here in my program, after printing one star, I want another star in the same line. So here I mention end equal to empty string. And next I'll go for the else part. If this condition is not satisfied, then what we need to do? We need to print space here. So I'll take end is equal to space. This is because here we can say this place is column 1 and row 1, right? So here I don't want any star, that's why I'm printing space here. Here also we are printing space, here also, okay. And next, inside the first for loop I'll use print statement. This is because after one row I want to go to the next line, that is after printing this row we want this star in the next line, right? That's why we are using print statement here. So now we are done with our code. So I'll save this and run this, and here we can see alphabetical C. And if you want more convincing C, then you can include more conditions. And here if we remove this star and this star, now it looks more convincing, right? So if you want this type of C, then you need to include more condition here. That is, here in the column 0 we need to check row should not be 0 and row should not be 6. So that's why here I'll mention when column is equal to 0, I'll see here row should not be equal to 0 and row should not be equal to 6, right? And remaining conditions are same. Now I'll save this and run this, and here we can see the output. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. I'll meet you in next class. Till then, take care.